Advocacy.
Unity.
Growth. Black excellence.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA. Excel CEA.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA. Excel CEA.
Excel CEA.
Excel CEA. Excel CEA.
Thank you for that video, CEA Council. So as I mentioned previously, I'm the president of the Society of Women Engineers. So this is our video.
Hi, my name is Raina Carter, and I'm president of SWE. And this year, one of our core values are building community within campus and outside of campus. So on campus, we have events, we do SWE circles, we have general body meetings, and outside of campus, we do community outreach, such as Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day, and also we are mentors to local kids in the community as well.
Hey everybody, my name is Angelica Stewart. I serve as this year's Vice President of SWE. And if you want to be a part of this org, please make sure to follow our Instagram, join our group meet, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or any of our SWE members. See you on campus!
So you guys can scan this QR code if you're interested in joining our, not joining our group meet, following our Instagram, excuse me. And yeah, I love SWE. It's a great community for all the women in CEA Council. We do fun things and we do a lot of community outreach as well. So I really encourage you guys to follow along with us and join our org.
Now, to learn more about other organizations at Howard, you can scan this QR code and we'll send a link to everyone at the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
So that was the video for the National Society of Black Engineers, which is an organization that exists at most universities across the country. And National Society of Black Engineers is definitely one of the biggest orgs in CEA. They go to a lot of conferences and they also have a lot of sponsors. And they have fun activities and do a lot of collaboration with the NSBE Junior chapter in the DMV area. So yeah.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Chase Knox, and I'm a senior architecture major from Chester, Pennsylvania, and I'm also the incoming president for the Howard chapter of the American Institute of Architecture Students. 2 years ago, I sought out for an organization that could bring me close to my peers in architecture in ways that ordinary classes couldn't. And in that search, I found AIAS. I found an organization dedicated to enhancing the educational experience for architecture majors and majors alike in the College of Engineering and Architecture. AIS strives to strengthen the community of architecture students through a wide range of social, educational, and service-based activities and events. If you want to come chill and watch a movie, we got you. If you want to come connect with upperclassmen and lowerclassmen, we got you. If you want to come learn how to make models in Rhino or floor plans in AutoCAD, we got that too. But AIS does not stop there. It is a national organization made up of hundreds of chapters all across the country, providing endless resources such as scholarships, workshops, and networking opportunities. If you're an architecture major, stay tuned because we got a lot in store this year.
So that was the American Institute of Architecture students. And as he said, it's a great way for students in the architecture field to join a community and get help from one another and going onto the national stage and getting even more networking opportunities through there.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Chase.
Traveling across the world, societal impact, and engineering? What's better than that? My name is Maya, and I'm the social media coordinator for Engineers Without Borders HU, or EWB. As a chapter, we deploy engineering principles we've learned at Howard to support communities all around the world. Our latest mission was to Peru, where we collaborated with MedLife to drive equity and access to low-income communities. This entailed building solutions with community members to basic needs like clean water, healthy food, and sanitation. But what's work all around the world if we don't continue to support our community here? HU's EWB holds a unique position within the United States because Howard is the largest HBCU chapter in the world. We're able to provide an additional nuance while hosting events across our campus and the community. If you're interested in our cause, keep up with us on our Instagram at EWB Howard and the link tree in our bio.
Nice. So that was the video for Engineering Without Borders. It was a very informative video. So they basically said it all, but yeah, they do a lot of cool outreach projects, and they even have cool opportunities to collaborate with organizations abroad. So yeah, Engineering Without Borders is pretty cool and open to all majors as well.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting.
Now, this was Howard University's Water and Environment Association. It's one of the largest environmental organizations on campus, and it's open to any major. As you saw in the video, they did multiple group projects of helping their community and even then some. So scan the QR code if you would like to look at the Instagram.
Welcome, baby bison. My name is Brooklyn Blackwell, and I am here on behalf of the American Society of Civil Engineers Howard Chapter, also known as ASCE. This club is open to all majors and all classifications. Our goal is to bridge the gap and encourage collaboration as it pertains to the sub-disciplines within civil engineering, such as transportation engineering, environmental engineering, structural engineering, and much, much more. To learn more about our club, please follow us at HU_ASCE. Again, my name is Brooklyn Blackwell, and I'm the president of this club, and I look forward to seeing you all on campus.
Cool. So this was the American Society of Engineers. And as was already said in the video, it's a great, space for all majors to come together and work on issues and problems and projects pertaining to subdisciplines in civil engineering. So, yeah.
Please do not be alarmed, remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the dance floor. The DJ booth is conducting a troubleshoot test of the entire system.
I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. Don't even waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this contradicted. Keep him addicted. Lies on his lips, I lick it. Unique.
Out in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics is a national organization that's dedicated to professional development of LGBTQ plus people in the STEM community. And as you saw in the video, they have multiple events going on through the year, and it's a great time to have a sense of community with your peers. And if you would like to follow their Instagram, it's right over there on the QR code.
Please.
Tau Beta Pi is an engineering honor society that's also a nationwide honor society. It's open to all engineering majors, but this organization specifically recruits juniors and seniors who are at the top of their class. And they often do a lot of professional development and community service events and projects.
Now, the Institution of Electrical and Electronic Engineers is an association for those in various disciplines involving electrical engineering, and is built, as you can see, with grow the network and opportunities and just have fun all around.
So how to survive the Mecca from CEA students. So we asked some of the students within CEA to give us some hacks, some advice, some tips, about how to survive engineering at the Mecca. So this next segment of the presentation will focus on our life in terms of academics, personal life, and also professional development. So professionally, some of the things that we suggest is to make a LinkedIn account. LinkedIn is a great way to connect with potential employers and also your peers. The second bullet point is also a big one. Do a lot of side projects to showcase your skills. So because you guys are freshmen, you might not have that much on your resumes in terms of engineering. So doing a lot of personal projects is a good way to bridge that gap and really showcase your skills. I can definitely speak to this personally as well. Also, keep in touch with your mentors. So all of you guys are going to get mentors, and it's important to meet with them regularly and also keep in touch with them, even for like years to come, because you never know how they can help you in the future. Also, network. So it's really, really tempting to look at people who are where you want to be and think, wow, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. Let me network with them. But it's important to look around you. The people who are around you, the peers who are in your year, these are soon to be people that you're going to be working with. So it's important to network with your peers, your professors, your mentors, and anyone you can. Also create a resume. It's important to have that in your back pocket. Especially for the career fair, they're going to ask you for your resume, and people usually walk around with printed out sheets. And lastly, this is what we're here for, partially to expose you guys to all of the cool organizations that you can join that cater to your interests. So we definitely suggest you do that as well.
Now, some academic advice. I highly advise that everyone joins their class GroupMe. It's a great way to help one another with your assignments and even catch up on things that you might have missed when you weren't in class. And it's all around what you need to do to pivot and also create more networking within your class. Like we said before, with connecting with everyone you see, connecting with your professors is a great way to get to know them, and also it's someone you're going to be seeing for most of your time at Howard. So it's a great way to get on good terms with them and also be able to ask for any small advice that you need. And the best way to ask for more advice is by asking those questions. Asking questions is very important because you never know if they're paying attention and who's actually actively participating in events. And it's very easy to just put your face out there and get your name out there by always asking questions and thorough questions that pertain to the subject. And if you need any additional help, do not hesitate to go to those office hours. During the first week of your classes, the professors will tell you their opening times and when the best time to reach them is. And try to make it a habit to try to go at least once a week to an office hour to get to know your professor and get help with classwork. And make sure to track all of your due dates. These due dates are important, and no matter what you have going on during your year, those due dates will stay consistent. So make sure to keep track of that so you don't fall behind.
Cool. And now, personally, college is a fun time. There's going to be a lot of things to do other than school. And those will be really fun things, right? So it's important to balance that with your schoolwork, and also diversify your friend group. So me personally, and probably a lot of people here can speak to this, they have like a friend group for maybe going out and partying, going to dinner, doing fun things. And then they might have a separate friend group for studying and doing a lot of academically rigorous things and activities that way. So that's one way to balance your personal life and your academic life. Also, of course, take care of yourself mentally and physically. Take a lot of breaks, you know, and if you're struggling with this, there's also a lot of resources on campus that can help you out. Also, get to know your RAs. These are the people in your dorms who are there to help you if you're struggling in any way. And that's important because those are your first point of contacts in the place that you stay. So it's important to know them, have their contact information, and reach out when you need help. Also, lastly, I know personally in high school, I didn't have an organized schedule, but using like some type of calendar tracking system, a Google Calendar, is a game changer for keeping track of your classes, things you have to do, events, due dates. That'll keep you stress-free and very organized. So we also recommend that.
Now, if you want to catch up on the information, if you came in a little late, or if you just want to look back, you can scan this QR code for additional info that you might have missed.
Cool. So, time for the panel. So here's our panel, and they will introduce themselves, do a little Howard intro, and we can start with Angelica.
Hey guys, can you hear me just to double check?
Yep.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Angelica Stewart. I am a junior computer science major, physics minor. I'm from Portmore, Jamaica, but I do live in Orlando, Florida, and I'm the vice president of SWE this year.
Hey, yo, my name is Jefferson Obuka. I'm a junior mechanical engineering major, mathematics minor, actually math and physics minor, and I'm from Nigeria. And yeah, I'm glad to be here and talk to y'all today.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brady Suma. I'm a rising electrical engineering major, computer science minor, studying at Howard, obviously. And nice to meet y'all today again.
How's everybody doing? My name is Chase Knox. I'm a senior architecture major from Chester, Pennsylvania, and I'm also the incoming president for the Howard chapter of the American Institute of Architecture students.
Hi everyone, my name is Autumn Edwards. I am a senior computer engineering major, mathematics minor from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I serve as one of the College of Engineering and Architecture senators for the Howard University Student Association Senate for the 2023-2024 school year.
Hi everyone, my name is Kai Hall. I'm a junior chemical engineering major from Bowie, Maryland, and it's nice to be here.
Hi everyone, my name is Saren Sase. I'm a senior civil and environmental engineering major, philosophy minor from Athens, Georgia. I currently serve as the NSBE president for this school year, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you, SWE and CEA Council.
Thank you all for introducing yourselves and thank you for coming out to the panel. Could you give any types of tips to incoming freshmen about dealing with homesickness?
Yeah, I can go first. So my first tip for dealing with homesickness is to join your state club. I also serve as the vice president for the Louisiana Club. And with Louisiana Club, we have events for all of our incoming freshmen during Bison Week. I know most state clubs have those events where you can join and go ahead during Bison Week, really get to know your state club. And throughout the entire year, for Louisiana Club specifically, we host events with Mardi Gras events, cookouts, so all types of stuff. And every state, almost every state has a state club. So that would be my first tip for students that are from the US to join your state club.
I can add to that. So along with state clubs, there are different diaspora clubs. So there's the African Student Association, the Caribbean Student Association. There's also the Nigerian Students Association. And Howard feels like home to me simply because of how diverse it is with the Caribbean community. I barely talk in standard English, because I'm constantly around people who are from where I'm from. Food is a good way to not be homesick, in a sense, like cook food that is from your home. And also just hanging out with people who share the same cultural backgrounds as you. That's how I, tackle homesickness.
I can go next. So one thing that really helped me is I really had to allow myself to embrace myself or embrace into like this new environment, because essentially DC became my new home once I came to Howard University. So if you really allow yourself to explore and get comfortable with the city, it's really gonna help you.
Yeah, I guess I can add to that. Stay in touch with your family too. I know you're really far away from them, but you can still leave the moments that you like actually have at Howard with them. So make sure to share pictures and memories from the different events and stuff that you happen to have around you. And that kind of like allows you to feel a little bit closer to them. So definitely keep sharing everything you have at Howard with your family.
I guess kind of adding to that, Howard is going to be your home for the next 4 years. So the people you meet are very important. So like make friends with people that you can feel comfortable with. And I guess once you're building like a new family, make those new connections. And once you do that, I don't think you're going to be homesick, so to say. So.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone said. I think a big part of it is allowing yourself to experience that emotion, because homesickness is very real and there's a real reason why you feel that way. So allowing yourself to, not necessarily dwell in it to the point where you're stuck, but acknowledging it so that's something that you're talking about with people and that they can be that support system to you in whatever way that you need.
I guess to kind of just add, I mean, I'm from Maryland, so I'm not really far away from home. But I guess that because I can't always use my family. I have to be on campus doing all this kind of stuff. I kind of found a mini family here at Howard, sort of thing. Like, my dad is Jamaican, and I'm a part of the CSA as well. So I love going to our functions and just enjoying that. And there's a couple different places. Like, I work in a lab on campus, and I kind of use that as like kind of one of my family environments to kind of interact with them and just helping me get used to DC and even liking it even more.
Cool. Thanks everyone for the response. I'll throw another question out there. If I can have a few of you guys answer this. If there was something you can tell your freshman self, what would you say?
For me, I would say, embrace it early. I would probably say embrace it earlier. Because, like being, so I was born in Cameroon, raised in France. So I kind of like, I'm very far from home. And, when you start college, you kind of have that feeling of, not being sure if you really belong there and you don't want to mess up. You have a bunch of people who are counting on you. But I would say, don't be scared. Everything that you have today is because you work hard for it. You probably have a whole village that helped you come here. but eventually the decision, the sacrifices and everything you did by yourself. So make sure that you enjoy those moments because you really deserve them. And don't be afraid. Things are going to change. Like, you know, you're going to start going out late. You're going to have the ability. Nobody's going to be around you. And you're going to question yourself and be like, hey, this is a very new space for me. Am I allowed to do this? But really trust yourself. Make sure you build the connections that are really important to you. Like, and always remember to be who you are, because it's really easy to kind of like just diverge away, but really embrace it. Oh, big ups to the Cameroonian flags in the chat.
I want to kind of add to that. I think if I could go back, I would say just really for everybody, like if you're passionate about something and maybe you go off the deep end and like you're might be doing a little bit too much. But main thing is if you really like something and someone's like, oh, you're weird for that, or oh, you're this, that, and the other, I would say like if it helps you stay sane, if it helps you feel comfortable, then just do it and don't let other people try and hold you back. I guess the main thing. If you're passionate something, be passionate and don't let other people tell you otherwise.
I can add to that as well. Something I would tell my freshman self, it's okay to live and really just enjoy all that college has to offer. Yes, school is important and your academia is important, but experiencing your friendships, experiencing these clubs, that is important as well. So trying to have a very balanced life during my junior freshman year, I think that's something I would try to do more of. Like I'm a lot better now and it's a work in progress. Balance is a work in progress, but just enjoy every aspect of Howard University. Enjoy the culture, enjoy the people, enjoy your classes, enjoy the struggle as well. And it will be okay. Like we're all, we're all doing good things. You got into Howard, so that means you're destined for greatness and you'll be well. You'll be well.
I can go next. So this kind of ties into what Angelica just said, but so since Howard has a lot to offer, it can seem like a lot, especially when you first come in. Some advice I would give my younger self is just don't get caught up in all the distractions. Like I definitely encourage or any incoming student to try everything because you're gonna find a lot that you like and find a lot that you don't like. But those experiences are gonna be really important. But as you matriculate through like your underclassmen years, I really encourage you to start to figure out what you want to get out of this university. And I don't mean like what degree you want to get. I mean like basically like what relationships you want to form and like where you want to be after you graduate, after you walk across that stage. I feel like how the realization that I had is when I graduate, I want to leave this campus better than how I found it. And so once I realized that, I started figuring out the steps that it would take or that I could take to achieve those goals and stuff like that. So I feel like once you really figure out what you want to do, you're gonna realize that there's basically endless possibilities once you focus on those goals. So that's some advice I'll give myself.
For me, I would probably tell myself that it's just not that serious sometimes. I think, especially coming to Howard, there's a lot of pressure, especially coming from home, like your family. Everybody's like, oh, you're going to Howard, D. Howard. And then you come here and you meet a lot of people who might have all these businesses and they might work with the president and whatever. And all these different things become a huge pressure on you. And you start to take everything really serious. Maybe you fail the test or something, or maybe you feel like you're just not communicating with people as much. You don't have enough friends. And I think I took that really hard as a freshman. And it took me so long to realize that not everything is that serious. Everybody is really struggling and everybody is going through the motions of college. It's not easy and everybody has their own difficulties. You have to experience that and it's going to be different for everyone. So really not taking everything as being such a serious thing and really allowing yourself to live in the moment, I think that's what gives you the full happy experience of Howard University.
I guess everybody's essentially saying don't be scared to put yourself out there. if it doesn't hurt to try. There's a lot of amazing opportunities and just things in general at Howard, and you wouldn't know that these exist if you're not like putting yourself out there. So definitely don't be scared to take the next step and venture into whatever you want to go into.
Thank you all for your answers. I'm now going to take it to everyone here in the call, to the chat. Ask any question that you think you would really like the panel to answer. We're open to about two to five questions from you all, so try to get involved. So the chat has, I see two questions about internships in the first year. How would you all say how difficult, or should you aim for getting your first internship your first year, or how to even obtain your first internship?
I can go for computer science first. I feel like my freshman year, as I stepped into computer science, everyone was talking about getting an internship next summer. And it wasn't too pressuring because I've seen people who did it. Like most of the sophomores when I was a freshman, they interned at Google, Facebook, all these companies. And I feel like for computer science, Howard really prepares you for that. They prepare you, the technical interview, like all that, so you're very prepared your freshman year to receive an internship next summer, the following summer. It's hard in a sense. I got rejected from a lot of people don't know this. I got rejected from every company but one, which was NASA my freshman year. So it's a patient process. What's for you? That's a thing we say at Howard. What's for you will be for you. And work hard and have fun. So I guess that's my take on internships.
Yeah, I would say that I definitely agree with everything Angelica said. Also at Howard, maybe just about every week or every other week, there's a company that comes to OKD, which is one of the main engineering buildings, to the reading room, and they're looking for students to give internships to. Sometimes they may say they're not looking to hire freshmen, but sometimes a company is available and will take an application from a freshman. So just really going to all of those sessions, even if they say they're not looking for freshmen, talk to them. You never know, have a conversation, and they will more than likely accept your application. That's what happened to me. And like Angelica, I got rejected from every single one except for one internship my freshman year, but that's okay. You only need one. So just keep applying. And I will say that applications for internships generally open early. So like when school starts, that's probably when they're opening. If you're waiting till March or April to start looking, you may not be able to get anything. So definitely start looking in the first semester. And that's my advice.
Start looking today.
Yeah, today. Yes, that's better. But definitely by first semester, you should have the end of first semester, you should have ideas and applications already sent out. So yeah, but today, that's better advice.
I guess in terms of where to start looking, so look at it as a timeline. There are different, I'm gonna say, times where applications start peaking in a way. So in the beginning, you have resources like Handshake that provided by Howard. And if you're in CEA, Mrs. Griffin sends emails almost all the time about internships. They're pretty lengthy. The format is not always Like you actually have to read those emails. So make sure you're on top of your emails and you look out for them. I think you should be receiving emails from Mrs. Griffin already. So check those that she already sent out and look for resources from there. There's also a drive that has scholarships and internships and stuff like that. That's also provided by Mrs. Griffin. So email her. She's very friendly. If you have any problem, make sure she's gonna be there for you. To add to that, there's a career fair that's gonna be happening in September. First of all, start thinking about that. Do you have a resume? If you don't have a resume, start looking at seniors, senior students, or like us, anybody in CEA, and ask them for advice on how to make sure that you can get access to those to templates that might make your resume look better and prepare for it. Next thing, there are also external resources like UNCF. And if you can, please take notes. UNCF, TMCF as well, and equally NSB. NSB has internal scholarships, and also on the regional level, on the national level, scholarships that you can access through their websites. In terms of TMCF, I'm a TMCF ambassador for Howard precisely. So if you need like resources in terms of scholarships and stuff like that, things like these are going to come in, along the year. But make sure you check out the websites for these different different orgs, and be thorough about it. I would add, next is really just have like notes and make sure you identify deadlines for different stuff, because those things are really overwhelming. So make sure you know when the deadlines for everything is, and make sure you check back on it regularly. I think one last thing I forgot was the CEA scholarships. Yes, CEA offers scholarships as well, and they were submitted a few days ago. So if you have access to your Howard emails, check those out too, and make sure start thinking about ways of applying to those. But essentially, to get an internship, it's important to start thinking ahead, preparing your resume, and also just connecting with people. Connect as much as you can. When you go to a career fair, people might tell you we're not interested in freshmen, but still talk to them like they mentioned, and make sure you follow up again. Hey, I know I'm a freshman, but don't let my classification restrict my reach. I did stuff before. I know people who were doing coding stuff that I'd never known of before my freshman year, that got internships into very big companies their freshman year. So start practicing the way to sell yourself. Hey, I'm a freshman, but this is what I do, and this is how I think I can be helpful to you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, for me, when I was a freshman, my internship, I didn't start applying to internships until like March. So it was like really late, and then I did end up getting an internship though. But I think the big thing that everybody's saying, Handshake, use that platform really well, because what you can do on there is filter. So you can look for internships that are specifically for your major and also for your year. So that's a good way to start looking, and then you can apply right there. I would also say ask your professors. A lot of professors have those connections with companies that are looking for interns. So if you ask them and are like, oh, I'm looking for an internship this summer, they might have an opportunity for you there at Howard, or they'll have an opportunity that's somewhere else. On top of that, all of the orgs that were shown in the videos before, all of them have their own events that have these companies that want interns. I know NSB, we have a lot of companies and that are looking for freshmen. So making sure you're involved allows you to meet people who are looking for you, and they're especially looking for Howard students. So I would say you have a huge chance of getting an internship. Don't let that stress you, but just make sure you're prepared and ready to start applying.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize something that I was seeing in the chat too. I'm pretty sure somebody already said it, but I can't emphasize it enough. Take advantage of those career fairs, because like this past the career fair in the fall last year, that's where I got all my internship offers, and I was only there for like 30 minutes. So really take advantage of those. Really market yourself to those. If they say bring 3 resumes, bring 10. If they say bring a portfolio, bring 3. Really take advantage of those. Even if you don't walk out with offers or interviews, that's great relationships to make, because a lot of times that's not their first time being there. It's not their last. They're going to come back. So like they said, companies come to Mackey, LKD all the time, and they just do setups. They speak to students. So definitely work to build those relationships early, because it's really going to be beneficial moving forward. And yeah, so basically, I think this was had to do with the question, but getting like internships as a freshman, I didn't get my first one until after my sophomore year. So depending on what the internship requires, it's kind of difficult to get an internship, at least as an architecture student, as a freshman, because there are certain skills that you won't, or certain applicable skills that you won't learn until like after that second or third year. But that shouldn't deter you from still trying to connect with companies and businesses, trying to build those relationships. Because you never know, if you build a relationship with the right company and the right person, they might just accept you your freshman year.
I just wanted to add one more thing. I know everybody's probably thinking of industry internships, and I just want to plug that research internships are really easy to get as a freshman. So if you're going through and you don't have any industry offers, maybe consider going to do research at a university for a semester. I'm currently with two other students on the call. We're all at MIT this summer doing summer research. Well, it's like a lot of us actually. So we're all at MIT this summer. So that's a different way to get experience and opportunity to go study at a university and work under a professor and learn about what they're doing. And it's still paid. It's paid less than industry, but like as a freshman, it's okay. You can learn about a different career opportunities and just get that hands-on experience for a summer.
I want to add to research internship. If you're looking forward to getting a PhD, that's like go to that track. Do not allow the money to fool you. If you want to get a PhD, start researching, because PhD programs are looking for researchers. So there's a lot of pathways you can choose with engineering, period. Just kind of know what you want and go for it. Do not allow the light of the other activities and the other internships to distract you from your personal path. At the end of the day, it's your race, and you don't need to look at what anybody else is doing. And you can find RUs, just type in RUs, and you can see a whole bunch of them just pop up. So yeah.
To add on to the research stuff, I know like at NSBE and some other organizations take their students to conferences, and conferences are a really good place to kind of meet different universities. Like right now, I'm in St. Louis at Washington University, and I'm working for the medical school. But because of there's a big minority research conference called AberCams. I went there, I met the director for the program, spoke with her and applied for the program, and then got in. So now I'm here and made my life a lot easier. So going to those conferences when you can, it's a really good idea, and kind of connecting with people, and even just looking at other people's research projects if you're just interested. Like we kind of said about networking with people who are like your peers, who are going to be at some point, kind of getting to the end stage with you. But yeah, I think going to conferences, especially if you're interested in research and even industry, like not just that conference, you have like lots of companies like the American Society for whatever doing a lot of stuff. So really just conferences, career fairs, all those are really good opportunities to kind of get to know people who are actually recruiting and looking for you and trying to get a job. A lot of it is like who you know, not necessarily what you know. So if you can get to know people, give them your resume, and they start to like you, it's like, oh, you want to just come work for us, sort of thing. So really network, and whenever you can network, I would very much recommend it, especially if you want to go there after school for either graduate school or just go there and work in industry, or just however you want to do it.
Just wanted to emphasize one point that Kai made there is last year at the NSBE conference that I attended, they were at the conference during the career fair. There were universities there. They were plugging their undergraduate, they were plugging their REUs as well as their graduate programs. So when you go to career fairs and opportunities like that, also just looking at institutions that may be there. And that's how you can get those summer research opportunities.
Cool. Thanks everyone for sharing your experience with internships. So there's a lot of questions in the chat. I want to shout out everyone who's answering the questions in the chat. Like, thank you for that. Let's see. I saw some unanswered questions kind of about architecture and what the workload is like, what your experience is like. So can we get some architecture majors to kind of share some information about that?
I could speak on it real quick as well, if that's okay. Okay, so the workload for architecture students. Regardless of what anybody will ever tell you, it is manageable. It's a lot, but it's manageable. And the challenge that I think sets it apart is a lot of times it doesn't necessarily come down to like studying material like a lot of other majors. It's really just attention to detail. But the good thing about that is it's a direct correlation between the time you put in and the results you'll get. So that's why I think that the time you put in is always going to be worth it. You're going to have those nights where you're up very late in the studio, very late, but it's gonna pay off because there's a direct correlation between the time you put in and the results you're gonna get. But I will say despite what many people say, it's not like you're gonna be in the studio past midnight every night. Usually that's just times leading up to like the ends of big projects or big presentations, but it's all about how you pace yourself. Like a lot of times people, because a lot of stuff we do is big projects. So we won't have that many due dates and they'll be really spaced apart. So people will get comfortable. So I would say that's probably like my biggest tip. Don't allow yourself to get comfortable with the due dates that they set you. One thing I like to do is I like to set my own dates and my own due dates. So just to make sure I'm on track. So I'm not trying to play catch up the day or days leading up to a final presentation. So really pace yourself with all the work you do and you'll be fine. Time management is probably the most important thing.
I can weigh in on that. I am Aria Bargunier. I'm a senior architecture major from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm also vice president of the Howard Noma's chapter. You should follow us. But I would say architecture with me, somebody who's not used to drawing all the time and not like that person like, oh yeah, I want to be an architect from the beginning. Cause I actually used to be a mechanical engineer major that I wanted to be. Then I saw the calculus, I said no. But I would say with architecture, yes, it's a lot of work, but you also have a sense of creativity that you cannot find in a lot of other majors that are STEM related. So, but you can also depend on your peers to actually provide you with that sense of structure and help and support. Like me and Chase, we're actually in the same class of sorts. So we actually work together to fix and figure out how to do projects, which actually helps with the time going by and things like that. But I would say from a personal standpoint, as long as you have the drive and commitment, you will get through architecture. Like that's what any major, because I know there's times where we be feeling like we want to cry, we would be questioning if we want to quit, but that is everybody. So if you want to do it, you can do it. So yeah.
I would also like to add on real quick. One thing that definitely helped me my freshman year. Oh, wait, let me introduce myself. My name is Devin Jolly. I am a junior architecture and design major from Augusta, Georgia. And during my freshman year, one thing that mainly helped me was, so freshman year, our studio class is from 9 to 12. And usually we're given an assignment after each class. And what I tend to do is finish the assignment right as it's given so that I don't have to worry about it and therefore I'm not procrastinating on it anymore. I also do that with bigger projects as the time comes. And what that has helped me with is I am better prepared for the beginning of class because I'm able to get more critiques from my professors so that I can get more help. And also, yeah, basically the same thing as they previously said. Everything is just really based on time management. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So thank you everyone for answering those questions. So now we are gonna go into breakout rooms. I do wanna say one thing. I will give you guys some advice that you didn't ask for. Scholarships are very important, external ones. So I'd say apply to those. TMCF, I think the link was dropped in the chat. there is a high probability that you will win those. They will be giving out $205,000 scholarships to HBCU students. So the probability that you get those are pretty high. Applications are due consistently throughout the year, but there's some coming up on July 28th. So please go look at those. I funded basically myself through college through TMCF. So go take a look at those. But yeah, so we'll be going through, to the breakout rooms now. Soon there should be something that pops up on the screen about breakout rooms for like each major. So go ahead and choose what major you're going into. And if you are undecided, just choose something that interests you or whichever one you're leaning towards. TMCF is not for international students, unfortunately.
I just want to, echo something out there. It's not necessary. There's some programs that sponsored by companies that do sponsor international students. So it's limited. There's a couple. So if you're interested in stuff like that, let me know. I don't know, I can drop my email or anything for number, I don't mind. But really there's stuff like that exists. It's just, you just gotta be cautious and apply early for this because everybody wants to get them too.
I can speak to that as well. I was also an international student, and a lot of times if you sign up for, I guess, hackathons or competitions sponsored by a company, like Brady was saying, they will sponsor or give scholarships to international students. So it might not be like the big college funds with scholarships, but it might be individual companies who are willing to sponsor.
Alfred? Hey, um, okay, you can hear me now. Marilyn?
Oh, let me change my name real quick.
Oh, okay. Are you an incoming freshman?
Yes.
Okay, welcome. We're in breakout rooms right now and we're just asking upperclassmen questions.
Thank you.
So, yeah, you can just join your major and all that.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey. Oh, you're connecting. Hey, can you hear me? Okay, hi, can you hear me? Oh, okay, great. So we're in breakout rooms right now. So just click the breakout room that is your major, and we're just asking upperclassmen questions, any concerns, scheduling, all that. Just ask away. So yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna be gone. Yeah.
Cool. Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed your breakout rooms. Hi, Autumn. I hope you guys enjoyed all your breakout rooms and had some like very like cool conversations, had all your answers to your questions answered. So yeah, I think we want to say thank you to our panelists. Yeah, thank you panelists for coming in, answering all your questions. We wanted to let you guys know that after this event, we're gonna send you the PowerPoint, Minty contract, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think the last thing we want to do is we kind of want to test you guys to see if you like remember any of the CEA quick facts. So can anyone tell me, and you have to come off and say it, so you have to come off mute. Can anyone tell me how many buildings there are and what their names are? Freshmen only. Or
I think there's two, and then one's LKD. I don't remember the name of the second one though, but there's two and one's LKD.
Okay, there are two buildings, LKD and the Building of Architecture.
And what was the second one?
Architecture building.
What's the name of the architecture building?
What's the name?
I'm not sure.
This is vital information you guys need to know here.
Is it LKD and Mackey?
Yep. That's it.
Hey, she was paying attention.
Thanks for everyone else who came off mute too. I think that was really brave of y'all.
Wait, Raina, there's a good question in the chat. Does anyone know what LKD means? If they could.
Ooh. I don't think we shared that.
Louis K. Downing.
Ooh.
Hold up. Hold up.
Period.
He was prepared.
Yeah, that's impressive. Okay, cool. Palumi, do you want to go next?
So I think earlier in the slides, I mentioned something about making sure to stay active, asking questions, and you never know who's watching. Well, we were all watching, and we want to award two $25 Visa gift cards to people that we saw were really active in that chat.
So the people who answered those two questions, yeah, we'll be contacting you guys later. If you can drop your emails in the chat of the young lady who was able to say LKD and Mackey, and the other person who said that it stood for Louis K. Downing.
Yes.
And thank you to everyone else who also came off mute and tried to say what was up. Yeah, so with that, we want to kind of close it out. We hope you guys got a lot from this. This is something that I didn't do my freshman year and I wish I did do. So yeah, if you see me in the halls, say hi. I'm very friendly and I'll always say hi back to you. And yeah, keep in touch with your mentors, really take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, exactly what she said. Y'all see me, please say hi. I'm always open to talk. If you have any questions, reach out to your mentors, and if you find me somewhere, you can also ask. So have a great one. Can't wait to see you all in August.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, thank you.
Okay.
Mission accomplished, y'all. That was good.
Great work. Great
Mission
work, everyone.
accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm sorry, guys. Were we already signed mentees? I missed the last meeting, so I'm so sorry.
Palumi, do you want to answer?
No. Yeah, no, nobody has been assigned a mentee.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, thank you.
We wanted to make sure that the mentees met with you and that you met with them. Then after this event, we'll be sending out forms to both the mentors and the mentees. They'll fill out the form, and based on that, we'll be able to assign mentees to mentors.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Great question, Autumn.
But it was really good. It was a great event. My group was so nice and cute, and they had lots of questions. So thank you for putting this together, guys. It was
Yeah,
really nice.
and thank you so much for coming up on board for this.
Bye. Have a good afternoon.
Bye. All right, I'm about to hop off too. Great event, guys. I was really happy to be the host, and I think it went very well. I'm super hyped to get my mentee. So
More mentees.
Ooh.
Um,
Thank you, Sri. It's been great collaborating with you on this event. Yeah, thank you. I hope to see more collaborations between us over the academic year.
for sure, this is not the last time that we're going to be collaborating.
Not the last. Same here.
Yes. And to the council members, thank you.
Yes. Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me host. Fun.
Good work.
Yeah. If
Have a
there
good
isn't anything else, I'm gonna head out. But
Okay.
have
Have a good one. Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of the day.
Bye.
Bye.